remember to subscribe, to like, to share. Thank you so much for everyone that's shared and subscribed to the podcast as it is now. And we hope that you enjoyed today's topic. And today we have Jackie and Pam, and they have been together since. Tell us your story, girls. How long?
No,
how
you
long?
like to say it because I always try to say it, and she's like, "That's not how it goes. That's not what happened."
We've been together for 12 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No wonder Jen's like,
It's been a journey, yeah. But
Okay.
It's been well worth it.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
And
You better say that.
yeah.
You better say that. It's been
Or I'll kick her.
Okay.
She can't see that on camera, but I'll kick her.
And the best part of those 12 years is
Definitely now, for sure.
yes.
Yes. Once the baby arrived.
Oh, the baby. We have
Yes.
a baby here today.
We do. We have a
And
baby here.
We're so excited. We are so excited to share their journey. So it's going to be very conversational. And we just want to know, just tell us how it even came up. Like, was it something like 12 years ago that you thought about? Was it something like COVID, like every baby, the entire baby boom situation happened? Like, when was this thought of?
I always wanted kids.
Okay.
I did not.
You did not.
I did
Yeah.
not.
But I knew there was room for, convincing. So yeah, little by little, I know her sister had her niece and her nephew,
Yeah.
and that made her change her mind when she saw kids around her. She was close to kids.
Yeah.
And your niece, your sister is straight?
Yes.
Okay. So, okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
But
So-
once my niece was born, I was like, okay. I was like, I think I want kids now.
Aw.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's
Okay.
a completely different world, I guess you could say. Different love. So I
It
was
is-
like,
It is
oh
a
my
different
God.
love. It is a different love.
I fell in love with my niece, and
Okay.
she's my niece. So I was like, okay, if this is what I feel for my niece, then if I were to have my own kids, I don't even know what I would feel. So
And this happened within how long? Like, you fell in love with your niece?
my niece was born just 5 years ago.
Okay. And you
Okay.
fell in love then, and then you're like, okay, the thought, I think I'm going to have,
Yeah.
I think I'm going to do it. And then you decided who was going to carry you when?
Me first, just because I'm older,
Okay.
and the clock was ticking. So
Okay.
and my
Me
OB,
first. Wait a minute. Me first means that another child is in the possible future, and then you're going to be carrying Jackie. You're going to be.
Yes, I will be carrying, yeah.
Oh my God. Okay.
In
So.
about a year, we're going to start my process.
Okay.
And how does that process work? How does it go?
Well, it's, we did IUI.
What is that?
intrauterine insemination.
Okay.
That's what it stands
Yeah.
for.
I know you did your research, girl. Okay.
Yeah, so that's where we started. We actually were going to start 2 years ago, but then we ended up buying a house. So that kind of slowed down the process.
Okay.
So here 2 years later is when we started the process. We did IUI, and there's a donor. We do not know the donor. It's actually out of a bank based out of California.
You didn't have to go to the bank over there. You had to travel to Cali.
No, we shop like women nowadays.
Heck you.
COVID,
Online.
No. You need to explain
Listen, everything
this
is
to me.
online. Shopping online.
Okay. This is like drop ship.
Yeah.
Drop ship. But it's not. It's the donor.
It's the donor.
Drop ship the donor. Okay, but talk to me about that, because in college I took a class, right? And my idea was, you can pick. If escorting was legal in Miami, you can create the type of escort that you want to come and be your companion. If it was dinner, and I'm like, okay, you pick the haircut, the eye, all of that. So tell me about this dropship sperm donor. I want to know the details.
It's like, I don't know, it's shopping online, honestly.
Really?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
then.
So you
do
narrow it
filter?
down, you filter, filter by eye color, by hair color, by height, whether the donor needs, has a degree, a master's, a bachelor's,
Oh, interesting.
ethnicity, race.
IQ.
Well, they do like a whole background screening, a psychological testing and everything on the donors. So
Wow.
you get to see all that, pictures, baby pictures,
Talk
adult
to me
pictures.
about those pictures, though. How was he hot?
No, you get baby pictures. A lot of them don't put adult
Oh.
pictures
Mhm.
for,
Okay.
Ah.
Okay, so you
I guess
know.
for obvious reasons. So,
But they do like lookalikes. So like, you know, once they've reached their adulthood, they'll be like, okay, that person looks like XYZ. So they
Okay.
compare them to like celebrities.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah, but
nice.
that's
So it's
very
nice.
Hollywood, California.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, it's nice.
how did you pick this website to use for that? Like, how did you know?
Just highly recommended Cryobank.
Okay.
California
So,
Cryobank, yeah.
California Cryobank.
That's very interesting.
is
And then
very
talk to me
interesting.
because, so you picked this donor, your baby came out cute.
Yeah.
So now everybody wants your donor.
No, the thing is that they go fast. You have to like get.
So
a
the donor
pregnant
doesn't
there.
have multiple banks, like
They
multiple.
have vials.
Right.
So they have like 24 vials. So I mean, obviously, since I want to have a baby from the same donor, you have to purchase at that point enough vials for the both of you. So
Wow.
Yeah.
yeah, she actually did 3 tries.
Okay.
So she the first time we used 2 vials, and the second and third time we just used 1 because
Mhm.
I honestly didn't think that it was necessary. So once she got 2 and she didn't get pregnant, 2 became available. So they become available when obviously when somebody gets pregnant, they don't use the rest of the vials.
Mm-hmm.
They can sell them back at half price to the bank for them to get reused, obviously, and
nice.
you know she got alerted, so we ended up purchasing a couple more just in case because she just wasn't getting pregnant after this first and second time. So we just wanted enough available to have the same donor for the both of us.
Okay. And entonces, like, how do you like when you say first and second time, like you went through the process and it just didn't
Right.
was it like
Right. You haven't so you do, you know, as regular women, you know, like they
Ovulate.
wait to ovulation, you know, to have intimacy, to have sex or whatnot, to get pregnant. Same process, same thing, just that I get inseminated, right, with like a catheter.
Okay.
So I did the first try, it didn't give. The second one didn't give. So then the third one finally did.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. So then you have now how many in the bank?
So we purchased initially 8 vials. Then
Which they're
after the
expensive.
first, right,
It's $1,000 a vial.
Wow.
Yeah.
Expensive. The most
That's just
expensive
the
thing.
vial.
right,
Yes.
just the vial from the sperm bank, which has nothing to do with your visits to the fertility specialist and your
Which all
visits
that
to the
also
gyno
is a
and
charge.
right, and your genetic screening testing. So we initially purchased 8 because the first IUI or the first try did not give. I was like, oh my goodness. I was like, how many more rounds or how many more inseminations am I going to have to do until I get pregnant? So I kind of freaked out, and that's why we went and purchased more. But at that time, he only had 1 left, and I was like, I'm going to get it. I don't care. So we did, and we then had 9. But I had already used up 2, so we were down to 7.
Okay.
So in the end, I used 4 because on my 3rd insemination, I finally got pregnant. So Jackie now has 5 for
Okay.
her
Okay.
So you get
process.
to store them. You keep them like in the
Right, you keep them at the bank
So they
in
store-
California.
They store,
Okay.
it, they store it for 3 years,
Mm-hmm.
free of charge.
Okay.
Yeah.
But when you take them out, like let's say we shipped the first time both vials.
Mm-hmm.
So each shipment, once they're out of the bank, they won't receive them back. Like let's say she would have gotten pregnant with one and she didn't use the other one,
You
they
can.
wouldn't take it back
Right.
because you know like
Yeah.
you lose, I guess like their warranty. So once they're out of the bank,
That's it.
they're done. Yeah.
Where do
Oh,
you
I thought
put
they
that?
send you everything when you
Well,
purchase
it no, it gets sent to the doctor,
Yeah.
to the
Oh,
fertility
okay.
specialist.
Ay, Dios mío. I'm like, ay, freír aire. I was thinking all sorts of things in my
No,
head.
they send it to the actual doctor's office.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I thought they send everything.
No, but sometimes they do. Sometimes you
Okay.
can opt for them to send it to your home.
to your home.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And it comes like in a large cylinder, like a huge cylinder. It's
With ice and stuff and keeping
Yeah,
it cold.
basically.
Keeping it cold. Yeah.
Mhm.
You have to
Okay.
keep it
and then you carry it with you to the
You
doctor.
know,
to
I
the
think
doctor.
you
whatever
did
the
it the
medical
safe
center-
way, right? Which is like have them deal directly with the specialist and
Yeah, I mean, I just rather. I don't know
and how did you pick the specialist here? Like did
the
you
fertility specialist. I got referred to him by my gynecologist.
okay.
Mhm.
And oh my god.
I know.
Thank you me. The most interesting part to me was the whole shopping. Honestly, I thought it
I
was
wasn't
jokingly,
expecting
but
it to be like a shopping online because we do
No.
that. We shop online all the time, but
No, you
you don't think that you're
filter,
gonna
you-
shop. Like,
yeah.
You get blue eyes, you know,
would you guys
blonde,
pick?
blue eyes, blonde hair.
Talk to us about your donor.
Yeah.
So blue eyes for real?
Blue
Yeah.
eyes, yeah.
oh my god.
Very fair skin. He's Austrian, Czechoslovakian. He's 6'2".
Dios mío, athlete. De aquí para basketball camp.
Well, I'm short, so I didn't want. I was like, I didn't know I was going to either have a boy or a girl, so I was like, I don't want to have a short boy, So I had to get a really
Super
tall,
tall girl.
tall donor.
That's smart thinking.
It's
That's
true.
true because
You
as
know?
a boy, you want him to be tall.
Yeah, so I was like, I have to get a tall guy.
Bueno, salió, she's a little beautiful little girl.
I
Right?
did a genetics test as well.
So you both did genetic tests?
Yeah, because we wanted, the genes to be compatible with the both of us.
Okay.
So if
And that's another cost. I'm sure.
everything is money.
So,
Everything is
so would you
money.
say you started with the baby in debt?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
but I mean,
Oh, whatever.
it is what it is. Yeah. If,
Yeah.
if we wanted to have a baby, that's what we had to do.
Yeah.
So.
And now you told me about the process after. So the baby's now born,
Mhm.
and now you're the mom
Yeah.
because you carried the baby. And what about Jackie?
Well, first we had to get married.
Okay.
Oh, you have to get married.
Yes, we had to
Yeah.
get married because it facilitates the adoption process for
Okay.
when the baby's born.
Right.
So you have to adopt the baby.
Yes.
Jackie
Okay.
has to do a second parent adoption until like legal paperwork.
In order to have legal rights to the baby.
Mhm.
Nice.
Okay.
So right now I don't have any legal rights.
So bien, pórtate bien, pórtate bien.
I will run.
So you're only doing breastfeeding right now?
Yeah, I'm not even. Well, I started to pump, but I don't want to give her a bottle yet.
Okay.
Oh yeah, but you pump for the future
Yeah.
because if not, well no, I used to breastfeed and pump right after,
Right.
and then it creates more and more and more.
Yeah.
Because when I would go back to work, then I needed
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
feed the baby.
Right.
and then
Exactly.
I just freeze it. Yes. So you have no rights. Ella se manda a correr y te quedas sin baby. Mira, ven.
Y yo, I gotta lose some weight, so me mando a correr atrás de ella. I waited as much as we can to get married,
But
She
you guys.
she ate everything I did not eat while pregnant.
So how was the pregnancy? Was it like throwing up? Was it like
Just the first, but not so much throwing up, just nausea.
okay nausea?
Yeah, it was like the constant nausea, the
first
gagging,
3
or the whatever.
months.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, the first trimester.
Yeah,
is
the
generally
first
like
trimester
that.
is usually
And then after
like
that, it was good.
And did you ever, back 7 years ago or 12 years ago, did you ever think you'd be right now where you are right now?
Not with the baby, no.
No.
Because I didn't want. Well, I didn't want kids because being with a woman,
Right.
like the whole, like, how are we going to raise a child, and like, I thought more like the child when they go to school, or the baby would go to school.
Okay.
Eventually, like, oh my god, they're gonna get picked on and they're gonna get bullied because they have two mommies, and I was like, oh my god, I can't do that to a child, because just because I want a child. That was my thought process,
Okay.
and so that's why I didn't want kids.
So then you decided you that wasn't a problem. Why? Because now everything's
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess I just got older,
and you grew up.
and I
okay.
just kind of, started to see it being more open, and
yeah.
people starting to accept
Accepting
it more.
more.
So I was like, okay, I think I could do this. I mean, I knew I could, but at the same time, I was like skeptic about like the child. I felt more like once this baby goes to school, what's going to happen?
Okay.
Not because of me, but
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's more accepted now. So by the time if
Yeah.
the baby's older, it's so normal.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
it's normal now.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's a lot more normal. I feel like people are like more open to just be free to whatever they want now because
Right.
like I don't remember that being like that when I was in high school, and that wasn't that long ago. But now it's
Yeah.
I don't think.
I mean,
that's
I
over.
remember being in elementary and middle, and I didn't see like same sex marriages.
No, no.
Like, or my, like classmates. I never saw them like bring two mommies or two daddies.
Right.
So I feel like it's all been just recent.
Okay.
Yeah.
more
I
than
used to think
anything.
like that too. Maybe like 5 years ago, my mind started changing because I studied sonography, and we had to study the woman's body part and the
Right.
man's body part, like in like the scientific form. And a lot of the times, you're born that way, and you have no choice. So who's to say that the person that's born that way can't ever have a kid just because society doesn't accept it?
Mm.
You know, it's not their fault they were born that way.
Yeah.
You know, so when I took those classes, I was like, no, it's better just to be free, just be yourself, and if you want to have a baby, you can. I mean, I didn't know that it was this possible, so I'm glad that I
Yeah.
can see it, you know, for real.
Yeah.
But it was definitely, I did used to think like that too, like,
Yeah.
what would the baby say if two mommies? But it's so normal now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad your mind changed. 'Cause she's so cute, and we're gonna put a picture if you let us. And I think that a lot of people that are reserved about asking you, because I'm sure that people want to know, but
I mean, I don't know.
yeah,
We have a lot of gay friends.
you do. But what
So
about no
they're-
straight friends?
Yeah. Yeah.
But even
we've
the
had
gay friends,
some people.
but even gay friends, they probably want to know. Maybe they don't ask.
No,
Yeah.
a lot of our friends, like they're. I mean, we don't have 30, 40 friends either. But our closer friends, they're open. We
but
have a tight
A lot of
relationship.
them don't want to ask or.
Well, because
people
it's
that you
personal
follow.
sometimes too. Because you don't feel like, is it personal? Some people are willing to share, and some people are not.
Right,
True.
right.
That's very true.
So
Yeah, but some
It
people
just
that you
depends.
follow are a little resistant. I
Yeah.
have the groomer, my dog's groomer. She ended up coming to me asking me like, "Oh, what did you do different?" Because she's trying to get, pregnant right now as it is. So,
Okay.
so I was able to open up a little bit about that.
I'm glad
You
you
know,
open.
with,
I'm glad
I
you're giving
know.
us this. No, for real, because I think it's gonna reach a lot of people that have thought about it and have been reserved about it because they don't know where to start. Like, where do people
Yeah.
start?
at your gynecologist.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
I mean, so my gynecologist was always like, if you're going to have kids, now's a good time. Now's a good time because obviously I was reaching my 35th birthday.
okay.
And once you're 35 and over, you're considered high risk pregnancy. So she was like,
More expenses.
Exacto.
yes, because you have to go to
I emphasize on the more expensive.
yeah, because you have to go to a high risk specialist. So you only
That doesn't cover the insurance.
Okay, that's what I
Sorry.
wanted to know. Does the insurance cover any of the process?
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I mean it depends. Obviously, your medical insurance, how good it is and coverage and whatnot.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean it did cover.
Okay.
100% no.
Yeah.
Well,
But
even in non.
right,
it doesn't
exactly.
cover
I was
that's
going
That's
to
a step
say
because it's
no. Jackie wants it to cover 100%.
My
That's just
agent.
not gonna happen. I mean, like
I just wanted the process to start. And
every
the baby to
time,
come.
every time I have to go get an ultrasound, she's like, again. I'm like, yeah.
No.
She's like, blood work again. I'm like, yes. She's like, oh my goodness.
And then at the end, when it's like every week, ella estaba miradiza.
Yeah, no, I was glad we went in on Wednesday because Thursday was our next appointment with the high risk,
yeah.
And it's like $300 more. It's like, oye, es la misma sangre de ayer,
Yeah.
It's the same
So,
thing.
she's horrible.
Yeah, it's like nothing that they're gonna say is gonna be. We're gonna decide
They
differently.
needed to check dilation, Jackie.
No, eso no es
Deja que
dilation.
te embarace. Deja que te
No,
embarace.
sí, hay-
No, that's why she's doing it before she's 35. She's like, I'm not going to all those extra visits and I'm not doing all that extra stuff.
And I want the process to start, and I want the baby to come the same year. So the
Dios
insurance,
Doesn't skip a year. It doesn't.
Yeah.
She's like, so
yeah,
it
the
means
deductible won't be double.
it's crazy.
Like,
Like,
the deductible was
Starting it all. January,
Yeah.
Septiembre.
yeah.
yeah.
Oh my god.
She already said that.
En
She's like,
diciembre que
same year.
canche. Yeah. Yeah.
You're embarrassing.
Hilarious. That is so funny, but it's so true. It's so
It
true.
It is
People,
true.
people be planning when they're gonna have a baby because of insurance purposes. Oh my god. No,
I
but
don't
that
know.
is very true. But yeah. I'm dying.
So you were saying with the gyno.
Okay, so start with the gyno.
Oh yes. So she was just basically, like you should, and obviously she knew I'm with Jackie, so she's like, you need to go see your fertility specialist. I mean, yes, I know, So I was like, which ones, do you recommend me somebody? So she did. She referred me to, where I ended up going. And nothing. Then we had a consult. I sat with the doctor. Jackie and I did.
Was it male or female?
It was a male.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm just
after
curious.
he switched. Yeah.
I'm just curious
male.
because maybe it's a female. I don't know.
No, I didn't care. I mean, I know there's women that rather have like a woman gynecologist and a woman, doctors or whatnot. But I don't care.
Okay.
I mean, they're doctors. Like,
yeah,
they've seen a million different women. What do I care?
Yeah.
And so yeah, we had a consult, and he basically explained to us the process. We had to get a psychological test as well.
Talk to me about the psychological. Like, what? You sit in a room and...
No, it was because of COVID. It was all like virtual, so you just sit with a psychologist.
So
Yeah.
the psychologist lasts for 2 years.
What?
The
After?
For the
report.
both of us, since it's out of both of us, I was trying to,
Oh my God! 2 for 1.
I'm telling you.
She's bad.
People,
I'm
pay
telling
attention to the tips and tricks because we're gonna save you some money.
Oh my
That's
god.
right. Everything is money.
The report is what she's
So
talking
that's what she's
about.
trying to get in the pregnancy. Yeah, next year
Yeah,
because
right.
then it expires. The psychological expires.
Yeah.
And then we'll.
Oh my god, yeah. It's a psychological evaluation. They just want to make sure that you're able to cope with, if you were not to get pregnant, what would happen, like, obviously some people may get depressed or they may, I don't know, go through an emotional roller coaster or whatnot. So,
Well, it's a lot of hormones too going on.
yeah.
Do they have to inject any hormones?
No, that's what IVF.
Okay, so
Yeah, and I did IUI.
okay,
So, the only time after IUI that you might do an IVF is if you probably do like 5 or 6 IUIs, then they're like, okay,
there's a
it's
problem.
not giving, then you have to probably do an IVF.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Some people just go straight to doing an IVF, but that's mostly like when same sex, like women, like if I were to carry her egg, then obviously they have to inseminate her egg, in me, and then they do IVF.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Got
Okay.
it.
Well, so the psychological was nothing out of this world.
No.
Like they don't prepare you for what your thoughts were. Like, like when the baby's born, like your thoughts after or anything like
No,
that.
yes, they do.
Oh, they do.
I mean, they ask you like, how do you feel about being a same sex, in a same sex relationship? What do you think? How are you gonna explain this to your child? Like, what would you say? And they recommended books to us to read, and things like that. But yeah, it's mostly
Do you
the
think
whole
it was
process and
helpful?
the
Do you think it was helpful?
there were some things that she said, but yeah,
Okay.
that I feel like were helpful.
Okay.
Basically one of them that really stuck to me was just to remind the baby or the child that even though you did have a donor, that your family is you and Jackie, like me and her. You could have had a donor, but the donor was kind of like, helped us become a family, but they're not your family. Jackie and I are. So
Okay. And talk to us
that
about
really
that.
stuck
Are
to
you
me.
going to tell your child, like, what's your plan about that? Like, are you going to tell your child that they were from a donor? Is that like the plan? Like, have that conversation?
yeah,
Yeah.
I would,
Okay.
for sure. I mean,
And
I
so-
think
and
she's
some donors
she's
are
good
actually
to it.
open to be, for the kids when they get older, obviously to contact them.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Some are closed, so there's no contact.
Did you pick
That's
a
another
closed
filter.
That's another
while
filter.
shopping.
Did you pick a closed or open?
No, open.
Oh, you did.
Oh,
Oh,
that's-
I mean,
I don't
like,
think it's something that you're gonna push for the baby, to be like, hey, look for, but
right, but I
Yeah.
mean,
in case they
Like
question
kids
it,
get
in case
curious.
They want
and
to know
they're,
one day. At
Yeah.
least you gave it
and
that
they're
option,
pushy.
opportunity. Yeah.
yeah, kids are curious.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know about you guys, but me growing up, I was a curious child, and I wanted to know everything. So if she were to ever grow up and say, I want to know,
Oh, my dad.
then go ahead, here it is.
Here it is.
He might not.
It's like what happens in California. Stay in California, you need some extra money.
I guess.
For real, Cali's
Yeah,
expensive.
yeah.
And what they give them is like pennies.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah.
And
You
we
found
don't-
out how much they give him?
They give them like $100.
Yeah,
Not-
they don't.
like
For the
nothing.
men, it's like I know that it's between 60 and 100.
Yeah.
For women, if for women to donate their eggs, it's like 10,000 between
Yeah.
$20,000.
Mhm.
But you have to be
No, no,
super
no,
healthy for
Papá, lo
that.
seguro, papá, lo
Oye,
seguro.
te cambio esto por eso.
You have to be super healthy. Like they check everything.
Yeah.
I had an idea a long time ago that I wanted to like give eggs to women who couldn't have babies, and I wanted to do the process, but it takes so long that I was like, oh, I don't know if I want to do this. And it's a long process. It's like almost a whole year, and they have to check if you smoke, if you drink, if what you eat, like your whole entire background. They need to know.
No background and existing. You have to carry a journal with you.
Yeah.
No coma. Mírame.
I was like, oh,
Wait,
wait a little bit.
Oh my God.
And then I
food.
also didn't know if I wanted to like have
Babies everywhere.
yeah babies
Little
everywhere.
Omelys
But
everywhere.
then I felt bad. I was like, women. There's so many women that would want to have babies and can't. You know.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's
I mean,
true.
that's why some people don't go with donors or with sperm banks, because the donors have multiple.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's the
Should-
thing.
Mhm.
There might be another sibling
Siblings.
out there.
Mhm.
It'll tell you if there's.
Yeah, you can
pregnancy.
opt in to like join like kind of like another website, not the sperm bank website, but another website where you can pretty much say I had a child with donor number, whatever the case may be,
This sounds
and then you have other moms that use that same donor, and you could say, okay, so my donor is your donor, and we have, you know, they
that's
have a
very
brother or sister.
futuristic. Eso, did you guys join that other
I
website?
don't know.
No.
No. Ya, ya no más.
That's too much. That's
Yeah,
too
no,
much.
no,
Wait, you
no,
have to
no,
pay for
ya.
that?
No, no, no. No, pero ya, no. I sé que we have to share some sort of, no sé.
Oh my goodness. No, because maybe the curious child would be like, mom,
But I mean, that would be their choice once they're
Mm-hmm.
of age.
Yeah.
To join
a
what?
They could. I mean, they're you know,
okay.
kids grow up, they get curious. So
They get curious. Yeah.
you gotta be open when you're doing this.
Yeah.
Just like
Yeah,
you know.
have to be super open when you're doing
Yeah,
it.
if you're open-minded to go to a sperm bank, then you better be open-minded to, that the day of tomorrow your child may be like, I need to know, or I
Yeah.
want to know,
That's true. That's true.
So
I agree.
that's my way of thinking. Like, I
Do you-
feel like,
Do you have friends right now that are using your donor?
no, we don't think so.
Oh my God.
I hope not.
We have a lot of friends that are pregnant. We're pregnant around the same time.
No sé.
One was
Yeah.
born a day before us.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh my God, COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah. Made us do some science.
No, that's coincidence. A day?
Yeah. It was coincidental.
It was, yeah.
It was not
It was a
planned
coincidence.
at all. It was pure
Well, it's always
coincidence.
nice to be pregnant with other pregnant moms. Like, I was
Yeah.
the only pregnant person
Yeah.
when
No,
I
I-
was pregnant. With no
Oh.
friends pregnant. All my friends partying it up, and I'm here like, one after the other. No breaks.
I think there was like 7 couples that had babies,
Yeah, it was
Oh my
just
goodness.
about, more or less.
within like 6 months is more or less like 5 to 7.
All gay,
Same
like
sex.
same sex. Mm-hmm.
Holy smokes. That's a
Wow.
lot.
Well, so are you planning to go back to work, or are you gonna work from home?
I've always worked from home.
You've always worked from home.
Yeah, so I'll be home.
Yeah, I was given 3 weeks for paternity leave as a co-parent.
That's nice.
So yeah.
And that's good.
That's good.
I mean, when I had my kids, I don't think my husband he got to use vacation. There was no paternity.
Yeah, and as of like 2-3 years ago, it's actually paid.
Nice.
That was
So-
not
That was
5 year.
not,
Yeah, that
yeah.
was not. That's really good. That's really good that they acknowledge that not only the
Mhm.
mom but the spouse needs
Mm-hmm.
some time, because
Yeah.
then it's back to work and what? That's awesome.
And
Yeah,
it's a
it's
privilege to have to work for a company that actually allows same sex as a
Yeah.
But she was my domestic partner, under my insurance, and she works from home. She is self-employed, so my company ended up
Covering.
covering. Yeah.
Yes.
That is
Thank
very
God.
good. That is
That's
very
good.
good. That is very good. Do you want to share that we've missed that you think is important for the process? How long does the adoption take after you
Well,
what the whole
Well,
process?
so we haven't done it,
Okay.
just because I consulted with a friend of mine that I was like, "Oh, are you guys going to do the second parent adoption paperwork as well?" And she's like, "Yeah, but we're going to wait until we have our second child." She said, because otherwise it's double.
Oh, so you don't have to do it double. That's right.
Double the cost.
And
So
then
I
double
was
the
like-
fee.
Forget it.
Eso
Well,
se
because
pega.
it's pricey. It
Eso
is.
se pega.
Well, it's
I'm
just
telling you,
She's
it's good,
learning.
It's good.
it's just paperwork, you know. Like not
It's
to
not
say
paperwork. Eso es lo de menos.
I know we're in this office, but it's paperwork, you know. So and paperwork that costs upwards of $3,000, you know.
Oh.
So I'm like, if we could just do
Your
both
friend is smart.
child-
Very good advice.
both
Very
kids
good
at
advice.
once, we might as well just knock them out.
So mira, ven.
So
te tiene que portar bien
once
all this
Jackie-
time.
Así, mira,
Yeah.
pensando.
I mean, the good thing is that once Jackie does do the process, it's going to be less costly because we already have the vials, you know.
Yes, that's
The
true.
vials was probably the most expensive
Really?
because it was $1,000 a vial,
Each, yeah.
and we bought 9, you know, and then each IUI is about anywhere between $2,500 to $3,000. So I went 3 times.
Oh, man.
You know, so, and that's being healthy, like super healthy,
Yeah,
you know.
she
Smoking,
stopped-
not drinking,
yeah, she-
nothing.
No, I had stopped drinking months before.
Months.
Yeah. So I did my first IUI in August.
When you stop breastfeeding, what's the first drink you're gonna have, girl? Talk to us
I've
about
ta-
that. Talk to us about that part.
I don't know, you know. I don't know because I can drink. I love gin, but I can drink a margarita. So it just depends.
It depends.
But it's something that
But I don't know because you know it's been a year. I haven't
No,
had a drink.
That's true.
this is all you're gonna get.
Right, but that's
This
why
is all
I'm
she's gonna
saying
get.
I don't know if I want to savor like a gin or like a margarita because I think I'm going to be on the floor real quick. So I'm like, which
Choose
one is
wisely
it going
and let
to
it be in
be?
your house. Choose wisely and let it be.
I don't know.
How long are you planning to breastfeed?
As long as I can,
As long as you can.
exclusively, like you know, because that's what I've been doing, breastfeeding only. I'm trying not to give the bottle, but you know, and since I work from home.
It's convenient.
You
It's
know,
convenient.
yeah.
And it's healthier for the baby.
Yeah,
How
the
do
only
you
thing
feel
is that I
about
have to.
that? 'Cause
find
it's
a routine.
bonding time that she's, because when you don't share, when you don't have a bottle fed baby, like it's hard because that's your bonding time.
Yeah.
So she's missing out a little bit on the bonding time.
I'm burping her.
Okay. That's good bonding. That's good bonding. Boy, dame, please.
She's like, hold up, girl. I'm still doing my job. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
We're still
Well,
bonding.
in the
Change
middle,
poop
in the
diapers.
middle of the night, it works like that sometimes. And I'm like, I'm so asleep that I'm like here.
Do you?
But
do
lately
you,
it hasn't been.
Do you what doing shifts?
No.
You're shifting it? No, it's
In
just
the beginning, I used to stay up like a zombie. But for what? I mean, I don't have anything to give the baby, you know? And I'm just like staring at them, like half asleep. So it's like,
Did
Yeah.
you feel
It's,
anything in your boobs when she gave birth? I don't know.
I didn't.
I feel like
No.
it's like both the emotions. No,
Did
as
I
a
feel
partner,
so?
yeah, as a partner, even though you're not giving birth,
No.
because there's parents that can adopt
Yeah.
and they can breastfeed, and they
Oh, yeah.
adopted.
Oh, no, I didn't.
You
I've seen
basically
that.
have to stimulate your breast to give milk because we can give milk if you just stimulate it. So by stimulating, you would do it for 15 minutes
Oh.
every hour.
Ponte a
Don't worry,
stimulate.
don't worry, Jackie, don't be
Well,
scared.
now that we know,
Put
for
the
the
pump-
next time,
She can-
now that we
You
know.
just have to stimulate it,
next
and then like if the baby was to do it, it would stimulate faster.
And then it's 2.
Mira, pues.
Oh,
No,
There we get,
no.
there we get.
that
take
would be
turns.
nice.
You can
Because
alternate.
Yeah.
oh my goodness.
So no, she's
Thankfully she's good. She only wakes up twice a night.
Oh my god, that's
good.
amazing.
That's good. My son didn't like when he turned 2 months old. He slept the entire night. Like he wouldn't wake up.
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes she wakes up once, you know.
Yeah.
Well, they're hungry. It also depends on how late are you feeding. When the late feed,
late,
it
yeah.
gives a little push
Yeah,
for
and the cluster feeding, when they do like the cluster feeding and they want to eat,
every
you know,
freaking
a
30
lot,
minutes.
when she did that,
Every
yeah,
15, 30, 40, I'm like, what is going on?
last
Yeah.
night, and she ended up waking up once, so.
I'm
Worse,
sore.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
can we
Yeah.
stop?
Yeah.
Those cluster feeds are the worst, but
And in
I
the
think it's
beginning, it
fun.
was a little frustrating because she didn't know if she was producing enough milk or if the baby was eating. So it was,
And the
Yeah,
baby
that's
crying.
that's a
a
hard thing
roller
to know.
coaster. Yeah.
Well, they say the body produces what the baby needs. So
Right, exactly.
even though it might not seem, you're just constantly, you're like slaving away for the baby to drink, but it's that's perfectly normal.
Yeah.
Any words of encouragement to people that will watch and see your story and feel like they can now do this? Any words of encouragement? Any advice?
I don't know. I feel like I get constant like friends saying like I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can do it. More than anything, just like not so much that they're gay or like they're with a woman. More like I don't know if I'm ready. I'm like you're never going to be ready. I'm like nothing can prepare you for this.
Yeah.
I'm like you just gotta go for it. Honestly, like if you want a child, you just gotta do it. Like don't put so much thought into it because nothing can prepare you for it. Nothing can prepare you for labor. Nothing can prepare you for anything in the pregnancy, the 9 months. Nothing because everybody's so different.
That's true.
You know, so everybody has their own experience. I just that's my encouragement. Just go for it, honestly,
Okay.
That's good.
because you can't overthink things like this. You know, either you want to have a child or you don't.
And at the end of the day, love is love. You know, it shouldn't have a color, it shouldn't have a race, and it shouldn't have a gender. So I don't think that to conceive it shouldn't
Consider.
have to consider any of them. So
Okay.
Okay, I like that.
Good. I want to see the baby and I want to carry her and kiss her.
It was a surprise, right? Like we didn't want to know that it was a girl.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
It was?
So everything was like neutral. That's why like all the toys and everything is like gray, like neutral color.
How
I
come you
liked
guys
green
didn't
as
want
the
to
neutral.
know?
I liked green as the neutral.
yeah, we had
Yeah.
green, we had yellow, we had gray.
Yeah, we painted the room sage.
Oh,
Sage?
Yeah, because we didn't know.
Nice, you didn't know.
And
But how come
oh
you guys
my
didn't
God.
want to know? Like, well, you
Yeah.
just wanted to be surprised.
Yeah, I think it's a moment that it's a beautiful moment to see, with your own eyes, not with a color,
True,
So
true.
see
Oh my
what gender
God.
it is. Yeah.
Did you cry extra because
I
mean,
was
you
in
cry already because
shock.
you're emotional.
I was in shock because I initially thought it was a girl,
Okay.
but everybody kept telling me the whole 9 months, you're having a boy. You're having a boy. You're having a boy. You're not having a
because it
girl.
didn't
You're
come
having a
to
boy.
I would have been like, I would have told you.
Because
I have an
everybody's
eye.
like, no, because everybody's like, you're carrying low and your belly's pointy. You're carrying low and your belly's pointy. You're not round, and I didn't gain much weight, so everybody was
Well,
like,
you're very petite.
yeah, well,
That is.
I mean, I gained like a good 20 pounds.
Me
But
too.
for me,
Excuse
that's a
me.
lot. I am
Excuse-
short. I felt huge.
Yeah,
You
like for
know?
me, after my son, during my pregnancy, I got to 189, almost 190.
Can we not talk about this subject? No,
And
no,
after
no.
I had him, I had to lose like 70 pounds. It took 3 years.
No, I'm not gonna talk about my. No.
I originally weighed 105. I went to like 130.
You see, I was 130 and I went to 190. So now I was like, I need to go back. But now I'm like 115,
So I was, like for me it was a big difference.
One what?
115.
Oh, 117. I'm like 170 only.
No, 115 or 117.
117. Okay. Well, I'm not talking about that.
So yeah, everybody
And
kept
how
telling
much
me it's
I
a boy, it's a
gained?
boy, it's a boy, it's a boy, and I was like, okay, I guess it's a boy. And I really wanted a girl. So when they told me it's a girl, I was in shock. I was like, oh my god, for real?
My dream.
I
come
like
true.
I cried. I shed some tears, but I had a long labor.
How
I was-
long?
I was 31 hours ruptured.
Rupture.
Wow.
Mhm.
Her water broke. It was 31 hours. Yes.
31 hours. That is brutal.
Mhm. So
And
Yeah.
natural?
Yeah, that's why
vaginal.
it's important to get a good gyno.
or good
You're
OB.
blaming this
So
on
you
your
pushed?
gyno?
No,
Because
the fact
natural?
that she was
The fact
good
that
and
she
she allowed
was
me
To stay that long because
Yeah.
some people will be like, nope,
Yeah.
into the operating room. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, I mean they said it. There's a lot of OBs that would just cut,
Mhm.
just get it
That's
over with, and
awesome.
she ended up getting antibiotics and all that stuff. I mean, the baby
Oh,
never
yeah,
showed
so
any
was-
signs of stress, so
I had antibiotics with Layla too. it's the worst because you're like there waiting for it to kick in.
So you say natural, like, so you gave birth natural, you didn't do any,
No, not natural, like
Well,
vaginal.
she
okay,
did-
vaginal.
Yeah.
She
So
did
I did
epidural.
epidural.
I did
Yeah.
epidural.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a mess.
I didn't want epidural, so like the whole pregnancy I was supposed to go natural, and
Oh
then
no,
at the end, like
I couldn't.
I was 7 months, and they said I had preeclampsia. So they were
Oh.
watching me, and then at the 8th month, they're like, "Okay, you can't wait anymore." And I had an emergency C-section, and they did the epidural. I was like, "My whole dream went away. I can't do this." No, baby, natural.
Oh no! I said inject me right
Inject me.
now. Now at 8. I don't care. 8 centimeters. Now do it.
Oh, you waited a lot longer than I did.
No, is that
The
my
thing is
birth
that
was
you got like medicine.
the the bacteria medicine? No,
The
No.
what?
To make you
pitocin.
Cytotec?
Cytotec, to make you
Yeah, but that's
contractions. So she
yeah,
went
to
from like
dilate.
zero. She went to like 0 to 100 with contractions.
Wow.
Yeah. It was
So,
quick.
Yeah.
My God, no, I can't. I don't feel your pain because
Mm.
I literally would get there like maybe 2. The most was 4 hours because I had the bacteria. They had to inject me with the antibiotic. I had to wait 4 hours. They had to re-inject me. That was the longest. The other ones, it was like, and the minute that took, it was like 30 minutes, and
And that's it.
I'm
Oh
like,
wow.
oh, okay. This was easy, but I was like, no, I need this. I can't with this pain. I mean, I waited a long time. 7 to 8 centimeters. That's pretty much your entire birth. But I couldn't do the 9th or the 10th. No,
Yeah.
couldn't do it.
Is it that you can't get epidural after 7 centimeters?
I think yeah.
It depends
after
on your
7.
gyno.
No, but yeah, it's after 7 they should.
Yeah.
Let me tell you. If you can hold that pain,
I mean, in my mind, I thought I was gonna hold the pain, but I didn't get experience. I don't know what it feels like.
no, that pain
I
is
have no
not
idea the
something you
pain of that. I didn't experience any pain,
Me neither.
anything. Yeah.
can hold. But you will. But
But
you
you
will.
will.
Yeah, next year January.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that she's still going to do it after seeing me. So I was like, if it would have been the other way around, I would have been like,
No.
That's
Forget
good.
it.
You went first.
Yeah. For sure.
Prepárate.
Why? I don't care. I'm gonna be relaxed this time around. I'd be like, okay.
That
I'll
must be
support
cool.
everything.
You get to say that now it's your turn to have the baby.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, especially when, like, during pregnancy, she would say certain things. I'm like, huh? Wait till you're pregnant. Wait till you're pregnant.
Oh, you're complaining about what? Huh.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't have sushi, but I can.
No, I didn't have sushi. I'm good. She couldn't have it. I drank. Yeah.
No, I didn't
She
care.
couldn't drink, but
You know.
No,
somebody
that's
had
the
to
least
drink.
of it.
Somebody
I
had
didn't
to
care.
cheer up, this whole pregnancy.
And I wasn't bad.
No, you
Because
weren't
some
bad.
people say that, like, oh my god, when women are pregnant, they become like,
Like hormonal.
Yeah.
Cravings,
acne.
cravings.
no,
No,
I think that's BS.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
Maybe,
don't-
maybe you
I
got the
don't-
cravings.
I got the munchies. I got it all.
She had
I got everything.
I don't know.
I didn't, I'm not losing that baby belly yet. I'm waiting for it to go down.
Better lose. You have to lose weight before you get pregnant.
Wait, I already told her.
I start on Monday. When's Monday? Like,
I start on Monday. That's everyone's favorite. Like, when is Monday? What's the day?
on Monday I gotta start meal prepping.
Oh,
Gotta
it's
get ready.
No,
But
you're
you're
gonna
gonna
meal
meal- wait,
prepping
wait.
Sunday, so then
Pause
Monday
that
it's
button.
ready.
Yes.
Sunday
Sunday.
for Monday.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's like,
I'm in charge of the kitchen, so
Ah, okay.
I gotta eat healthy.
nice.
Cauliflower rice.
Yeah, ahí estamos.
Dios mío. Well. No, she's right. You gotta lose weight. You can't start heavy porque
I know.
te va a pasar lo que me pasó a mí, which we're not talking about.
¿Qué le pasó?
¿Qué te pasó a ti?
Nothing. With the pregnancies, no. We're not gonna talk about that. That's for another.
That's for another day.
That's another day. All right, well, giving birth and being pregnant. Well, I'm so glad. I'm so glad that you guys decided and let us share your story. And I think it went really. I think it's gonna help a ton of people. I mean, I don't know how far it's gonna reach. We're gonna share. We're gonna put it on YouTube and stuff, and then I'm sure our friends, your friends, everyone's gonna see it. I'll send you the clips and stuff so that you can put it. So that if anybody asks, go to the YouTube channel.
I bet you didn't imagine that you would be on the podcast like 3 weeks after your
I
baby.
didn't.
Yeah.
This is not even.
I know Jackie's like, you want to do this? I'm like, sure,
I'm
okay.
surprised you said sure.
Yeah.
Very selective on,
I know you have
but I
around.
think the story
Yeah.
can go a long way.
I'm happy.
And help a lot of women that would
Yes,
want to want to do it and don't have any information or where to start.
And it's local too, like friends here. I mean, a lot of your friends you said are already going through the process, but there's probably friends that didn't even
Right.
didn't know where. Should I even start? They maybe now they'll start thinking about, okay, this is a possibility, and it's something that I can do, and it's not that expensive if you really think of it compared to IVF. Like, it's something that's possible. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope that this inspires you and this story gives you what you need to do and to go through whatever it is in your life that you don't think that you can do. You can do it.
Anything is possible.
Yes.
Anything is possible as long as you put your mind and action behind the thought process.
Ay, you're so philosophical. Oh, God. Like, subscribe, share, all the wonderful things. And we'll see you next time.
See you on the next one.
Bye.